What's up YouTube, it's Mani here with you again with another makeup tutorial. We're just jumping right into it. Here I'm just filling in my brows with any brown pencil that you may own, and we're dragging it all the way down to the end. And here I'm on the other eyebrow, just taking that pencil starting from the middle, dragging it over, and I'm using a pretty light hand here, so make sure that you start with less and add more if necessary. Now here I'm just taking a spoolie brush that I own, and I am just filling in the empty spaces in my brows, and I'm going to be taking my flat brush and concealing, starting from the middle again, starting with less and adding more if necessary. And I'm dragging it down as I use it. This is concealer LA Colors color Toffee, and I'm pulling it over my eyelids. Now here I am just taking a wet beauty blender, and I am just blending out the concealer I used on my eyelids, making sure it's all pressed in. The Chanel bags under my eyes have been quite crucial lately, so here I'm just taking this Peach Profusion concealer, and I'm using it as a color corrector, making sure I get that stash under those eyes. And usually I would take a brush to blend out my color correcting, because as we see, the sponge is actually taking up more color corrector than I would like. So just for future references, I would use a brush to blend out that color corrector. So y'all, I was on crunch time here and I could not find my foundation. So what I did here, I used LA Girl's Beautifully Bronzed concealer, and I mixed it a little with color Toffee to lighten it up, because the Beautifully Bronzed is just a little darker than my skin. So I used the Toffee to tone it out, and I used it as my foundation. Then I took my Toffee and I lined my brows, making sure I clean it up nice and good with that same flat brush that I used for under my eyes, using a beauty blender to blend that out, making sure I get everything blended out, because that's when you get your best results, is when everything is blended out nice and precisely. I'm taking LA Colors concealer in color Toffee under my eyes, and I'm making sure I get a generous amount underneath there, and just spreading that all around, going under my eyes. Then I'm going to put some on my nose, my forehead. I'm going to put some under my nose, and then on the chin. Now ladies, again, I highly recommend that you use a flat brush that has more density to blend out your concealers, because you get better results. Here I was just using a brush. I was on crunch time and I used to do it this way, but I've seen different results when I used a brush, so I highly recommend that. But here I'm just blending out my concealer, making sure everything is nice and precise. Taking my Mahogany LA Colors concealer, and I am contouring. But when you're blending out your contours, you want to make sure that your beauty blender is damp when you're doing this, because you also get better results. If you do prefer to do your makeup with a beauty blender instead of the brushes. So make sure that they are damp. Don't be scared of a little water on your makeup. You will get different results, I promise you. So now I'm just taking a flat back beauty blender and I am setting my concealer with CoverGirl Translucent Honey, I believe, and I'm putting that everywhere I put the concealer. Here I am going in with contour, and I'm taking like a angled brush and I'm just swaying on my forehead, but I'm being very precise on my cheekbones so those can pop severely. Yes. And I'm just going in, making sure that I get that really good. Here I'm exfoliating my lips with a lip exfoliator by e.l.f. in brown sugar. Now I'm taking a fluff brush and I'm dusting away any excess translucent powder. I'm going in with this glitter palette that I got from Walmart. It's by Hard Candy. I don't recall the name of this palette, but I will put it down in the description box so you can check that out for all of the products I used. And I'm taking my finger and just putting it all over my lid. Then I'm going to be wiping off the lip exfoliator so it doesn't like dry my lips out. Then I'll be taking that brown, using a small brush, putting the brown shadow over the glitter that I used. It won't take the glitter off, but it gives it a little shimmer shine. So I wanted to bedazzle my brown neutral look that I was going for. Then I'm taking this Wet n Wild long lash mascara. I got it from the dollar store for like $3, and I'm just applying that very carefully. This is the first coat. After applying my mascara, I went in with a thin line of black eyeliner. It really doesn't matter which black eyeliner you use as long as it's black and it appears. I went under both eyes, and I'm very sensitive sometimes putting things close to my eye. That's why y'all see me blinking so much. This liquid highlighter is my favorite. It's by Wet n Wild. I don't recall the name of it, but I will put it in the description. And I'm just taking it with this brush. I put it on top of my hand and I just damp it into my hand so it can get on the brush. And I'm just applying that to my cheekbone. And this usually doesn't give me the highlighted look I want for personal preference. I like my highlight to pop severely. So you'll see me here go in with another highlighter, and I'll be adding in more to have that poppin' highlight. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Y'all gotta have that poppin' highlight. Now, this highlighter is actually a bronzer. I found it at Forever 21, and usually with my highlighters, to get that poppin' highlight, I'll scrape off the top layer and then I'll use it, because the top layer, I don't know, it's poppin', but it's not like poppin', so I'll just scrape that off, being all extra. After doing my highlight, I went into lips and I used this like burnt orange peachy lip liner, and I'm just using that liner to go with my nude. I think it's like a mauve nude color. I don't recall the actual name. And I just applied that. Now with that other liner, I wasn't filling it, so I went over with a brown eyeliner pencil and I just outlined my lips with that to give me that nice brown nude color that would match my tone, and just to do a more subtle neutral look. So that's what I'm getting when I put this brown pencil on top of that other color I used. Though I wasn't pleased with the lip combo I used before, it did work out in my favor because it gave it like a brownish, peachy looking nude color that I was very pleased with, and it lasts me all day. And this lipstick that I used is $2.99. It's by Ruby Kisses. I'll let y'all know the name in the description. Now I'll be using this copper gold, and I'll be putting it in the corner of my eyes to give my makeup a more popping look. Now I'll be going in with my L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray, and I'm spraying that all over my face. And while I let that dry, I go into my setting powder, and I put that right there to give my contour a more popping look. Now we're getting into hair. Here you see me just combing up my thick 4C hair, and I'm just picking it out with a wide tooth comb. Now I'm taking my Eco Styler gel, and I'm putting that on the perimeter of my hair, and I'm going all around with my fingers, working that in my hair, making sure I get every little piece I can to lay down, even though my hair don't want to cooperate sometimes. Then I'm taking this hard brush and just brushing my hair down. I usually would take a scarf to lay my hair down after I put my band around my hair, but I just didn't have that time to do it, or at least didn't think about doing it then or any other time. I usually do that because my hair is thick, as y'all can see. I'm a 4C natural, so it's a challenge sometimes, but I love my hair. Last but not least, I'll be dusting away the translucent powder I used to create that contour line. And this will be the finished look, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, leave your feedback. And thank you for watching. See you next time.